G'day, wildlife enthusiasts and adventurers. Australia, the land down under, is beckoning you with open arms and a heart full of adventure. From the rugged outback to the turquoise waters of the Great Barrier Reef, Australia is a land of contrasts, a place where ancient wonders meet modern marvels. Picture this: vast deserts painted in hues of red and orange, ancient rainforests teeming with life, and pristine beaches stretching as far as the eye can see. Whether you're an adrenaline junkie or a nature enthusiast, Australia has something extraordinary to offer everyone. It's a land of stories, a tapestry woven with ancient Aboriginal cultures, pioneering spirits, and a love for life that's contagious. Get ready to immerse yourself in the warmth of the Australian people, share a yarn or two, and experience a country that's as welcoming as it is wild. Australia is a land of ancient origins, its history stretching back thousands of years. The Aboriginal people, the oldest living culture on Earth, have walked this land for over 65,000 years, their stories etched into the very fabric of the landscape. But alongside this ancient heritage, you'll find a modern and vibrant nation. Bustling cities like Sydney and Melbourne pulse with creativity, innovation, and a cosmopolitan spirit. From world-class dining and arts to cutting-edge technology and design, Australia is a country that embraces the future while honoring its past. This unique blend of ancient and modern is what makes Australia so captivating. Now I know what you're thinking. Australia? Isn't that the place with all the kangaroos and shrimp on the Barbie? Well, mate, you're not wrong. But Australia's got a whole lot more to offer than just those iconic creatures and culinary delights. You can dive into the underwater wonderland of the Great Barrier Reef, where you'll come face to face with colorful coral, curious fish, and maybe even a friendly sea turtle or two. Or perhaps you'd prefer to venture into the heart of the outback, where the silence is broken only by the wind whistling through the red dirt and the occasional call of a kookaburra. Now let's talk about one of Australia's most iconic natural wonders, the Great Barrier Reef. Picture this: a vast underwater city teeming with life, stretching over 1,400 miles along the Queensland coast. Imagine diving into crystal-clear waters and being greeted by a kaleidoscope of colors. Schools of fish in every hue imaginable dart in and out of coral formations that look like they belong in a fairy tale. Giant clams bigger than your head sit on the ocean floor, their iridescent mantles shimmering in the sunlight. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a graceful manta ray gliding through the water, or a curious sea turtle munching on some seagrass. Whether you're a seasoned diver or a first-time snorkeler, the Great Barrier Reef offers an unforgettable experience for everyone. The Great Barrier Reef isn't just a pretty face. It's a complex and delicate ecosystem that's home to an astonishing array of marine life. Over 1,500 species of fish call this place home, along with hundreds of types of coral, mollusks, sharks, rays, and marine mammals. You've got your big fellas like the gentle giant whale sharks, the largest fish in the sea, cruising through, filtering plankton with their massive mouths. And let's not forget the smaller but equally fascinating critters like the clownfish, made famous by a certain animated film, finding shelter amongst the stinging tentacles of anemones. But the Great Barrier Reef isn't just about the marine life. The coral itself is a marvel of nature. Did you know that corals are actually animals, not plants? They're tiny little creatures called polyps that build hard calcium carbonate skeletons around themselves. Over thousands of years, these skeletons grow and accumulate, forming the massive structures we call coral reefs. The Great Barrier Reef also plays an important role in protecting our coastlines from erosion and storms. So you see, the Great Barrier Reef is not just a pretty face, it's a vital part of our planet's health. Now, as much as we love sharing the wonders of the Great Barrier Reef with the world, it's crucial that we protect this fragile ecosystem for generations to come. Climate change, pollution, and human activities are all taking a toll on the reef, causing coral bleaching and damaging this delicate habitat. When you visit the Great Barrier Reef, Choose tour operators who are committed to sustainable practices. Now let's leave the coast behind and venture into the heart of Australia, to a place where the earth itself tells stories, Uluru. Rising out of the red dirt of the outback, Uluru, or Ayers Rock as some call it, is a sight that'll stop you in your tracks. Imagine a giant sandstone monolith, taller than the Eiffel Tower, glowing red under the desert sun. For thousands of years, Uluru has held deep spiritual significance for the Anangu people, the traditional owners of this land. They believe that their ancestors created this magnificent rock formation during the dream time, the time when the earth was formed. The Anangu people have been the caretakers of Uluru for generations, their lives intertwined with its rhythms and secrets. To truly understand Uluru, you need to listen to the stories etched into its very heart. Every inch of Uluru is imbued with meaning for the Anangu people. You'll hear about Kunia, the Woma python, and Liru, the poisonous snake, whose battles created the valleys and ridges of Uluru. And you'll learn about Mala, the rufous hare wallaby, whose tracks are said to be visible on the rock's surface. As you walk around the base of Uluru, your guide might point out caves adorned with ancient rock art, telling stories of creation, hunting, and ceremony. These paintings, some dating back thousands of years, offer a glimpse into the rich cultural heritage of the Anangu people. The Anangu believe that the spirits of their ancestors reside within the rock, and they treat it with the utmost respect. One of the most magical things about Uluru is how its colors change throughout the day. At sunrise, the rock glows a fiery red, as if ignited from within. As the sun climbs higher, the colors shift and deepen from ochre to burnt orange to deep crimson. And as the sun sets, Uluru transforms once more, casting long shadows across the desert and taking on a soft, ethereal glow. It's a reminder that nature is a master artist, constantly creating and recreating beauty in unexpected ways. Uluru is more than just a rock, it's a touchstone to something ancient and profound. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of the earth, the whisper of the wind carrying stories from a time long ago. So, if you ever find yourself in Australia, make sure you set aside some time to experience the magic of Uluru. It's an experience you won't soon forget, a journey to the heart of Australia. Now hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive headfirst into the wild world of Australian wildlife. This ain't no ordinary zoo, mate. This is the real deal, where creatures you've only seen in books and documentaries come to life right before your very eyes. Australia is teeming with unique and fascinating animals found nowhere else on this planet. From the cuddly to the downright bizarre, Australia's got it all. Where else can you find a mammal that lays eggs? Or a bird that can mimic almost any sound it hears? Australia is home to some of the most iconic and beloved animals on the planet. Think kangaroos bounding across the outback, koalas snoozing in eucalyptus trees, and wombats waddling through the undergrowth. These creatures capture the hearts of people all over the world, and for good reason. We're all about conservation here in Australia, making sure these amazing creatures are around for generations to come. Alright, let's talk kangaroos, those iconic symbols of Australia. These muscular marsupials are a sight to behold, hopping across the landscape with effortless grace. Now, when you picture a kangaroo, you probably think of those big fellas, the red kangaroos, standing taller than a man with powerful legs and a booming kick that could knock you into next week. But did you know there are over 60 different species of kangaroos and wallabies in Australia, ranging in size from a small dog to, well, a really big dog? And let's not forget about the joeys, those adorable little babies that live in their mother's pouch for the first few months of their lives. Now, kangaroos might look all cute and cuddly, but they're wild animals and they've got a powerful kick. Next up, we've got the undisputed king of cute, the koala. These fluffy, tree-dwelling marsupials are like living teddy bears with their big button noses, soft fur, and those sleepy eyes that just melt your heart. You'll find these adorable creatures snoozing in eucalyptus trees, munching on leaves, and generally being their irresistibly cute selves. Now, koalas might seem lazy, sleeping up to 20 hours a day, but there's a good reason for all that snoozing. Eucalyptus leaves, their main source of food, are tough to digest and low in nutrients. So, koalas have to conserve their energy, and what better way to do that than by catching some Z's? Sadly, koalas are facing some tough times these days, with habitat loss, disease, and climate change threatening their survival. But kangaroos and koalas are just the tip of the iceberg, mate. Australia is a land of diverse and fascinating wildlife, with creatures that will amaze and astound you. Take the wombat, for instance. These burrowing marsupials are like miniature bulldozers, with powerful claws and a sturdy build that allows them to dig elaborate underground burrows. And then there's the echidna, one of the few mammals on Earth that lays eggs. These spiky creatures are like a cross between a hedgehog and an anteater, with a long, sticky tongue for lapping up ants and termites. And let's not forget the platypus. That bizarre creature with a duck-like bill, webbed feet, and a venomous spur on its hind leg. The platypus is like something out of a mythological tale, a creature that seems to defy classification. But that's the beauty of Australian wildlife, mate. It's full of surprises. Creatures that will challenge your perceptions and leave you in awe of the natural world. So, keep your eyes peeled and your camera ready, because you never know what amazing creatures you might encounter on your Australian adventure. Sydney, Australia's largest city, is nothing short of a marvel. It's where urban sophistication meets natural beauty, creating a vibrant heartbeat. The skyline, with the Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge, is instantly recognizable. Walking through Sydney, you'll find modern architecture and historic buildings. The Rocks offers a glimpse into Sydney's colonial past. Bondi Beach is a world-famous destination for surfers and sunbathers. The city's vibrant nightlife ensures there's never a dull moment. Section 2: Melbourne Culture and Creativity. If Sydney is the beating heart of Australia, Melbourne is undoubtedly its cultural soul. This city thrives on creativity with a dynamic art scene that is second to none. From the moment you step into Melbourne, you can feel the artistic energy that permeates the air. Street art adorns the laneways, each piece telling a unique story and adding to the city's eclectic charm. Melbourne is renowned for its coffee culture, with countless cafes serving up some of the best brews in the world. A stroll down De Grave Street or a visit to the Queen Victoria Market will immerse you in the city's culinary delights. Foodies will revel in the diverse range of restaurants offering everything from traditional Aussie fare to international cuisines. The city's calendar is packed with events that celebrate its artistic spirit. The Melbourne International Film Festival, Melbourne Fashion Week, and the Melbourne International Comedy Festival are just a few highlights that draw crowds from all over the globe. The National Gallery of Victoria and the Australian Centre for the Moving Image are must-visit institutions for art lovers, showcasing impressive collections and thought-provoking exhibitions. Sports enthusiasts will also find their place in Melbourne. The city is the sports capital of Australia, home to the Australian Open, the Melbourne Cup, and the AFL Grand Final. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or simply looking to soak up the electric atmosphere, Melbourne's sporting events are not to be missed. Section 3: The Historical Charm of Hobart. Nestled on the scenic island of Tasmania, Hobart is a city that seamlessly blends history with modernity. As Australia's second oldest capital city, Hobart boasts a rich colonial heritage, evident in its well-preserved Georgian and Victorian architecture. Battery Point, with its narrow streets and heritage homes, offers a charming journey back in time. Salamanca Place, once a bustling wharf, is now a vibrant hub of arts and culture. The Salamanca Market, held every Saturday, is a feast for the senses, featuring local produce, handmade crafts, and live music. It's a perfect spot to experience the local flavor and pick up unique souvenirs. For a dose of contemporary art, a visit to the Museum of Old and New Art, or MONA, is essential. This cutting-edge museum challenges conventions and offers a thought-provoking experience that you won't find anywhere else. Its subterranean architecture and eclectic collection make MONA a standout attraction in Hobart. Nature enthusiasts will find plenty to love in and around Hobart. The nearby Mount Wellington provides stunning views of the city and the Derwent River, and is a popular spot for hiking and exploring Tasmania's natural beauty. Additionally, Hobart serves as a gateway to Tasmania's pristine wilderness, including the World Heritage-listed Tasmanian Wilderness and the awe-inspiring landscapes of Freycinet National Park. Section 4. Canberra, Australia's political and cultural core. Canberra, Australia's capital, is rich with history, politics, and culture. Designed by Walter Burley Griffin, the city centers around Lake Burley Griffin. As the seat of the government, it offers a deep dive into the nation's political fabric. A visit to the Parliament House is a must for politics and history enthusiasts. The Australian War Memorial provides a poignant tribute to the country's military history. The National Gallery and National Museum showcase the rich and diverse history of the country. The Botanic Gardens and Tidbinbilla Nature Reserve offer unique flora and fauna. Canberra embodies the nation's commitment to preserving history while embracing modernity. Well, mates, we've journeyed from the depths of the Great Barrier Reef to the heart of Uluru, from the bustling cityscapes of Sydney and Melbourne to the historic charm of Hobart and the cultural core of Canberra. We've met kangaroos bounding across the outback, koalas snoozing in eucalyptus trees, and a whole menagerie of unique and amazing creatures that call Australia home. We've explored ancient Aboriginal cultures, experienced the warmth of the Australian people, and discovered a land where ancient traditions meet modern marvels. Australia is a tapestry woven from diverse landscapes, vibrant cultures, and a spirit of adventure that's contagious. It's a place where you can lose yourself in the vastness of the outback, find solace in the tranquility of ancient rainforests, and feel the pulse of city life in its vibrant metropolises. Remember those stunning sunsets over Uluru, painting the desert sky in hues of orange, red, and purple? Or the feeling of awe as you dived into the turquoise waters of the Great Barrier Reef, surrounded by a kaleidoscope of coral and marine life? And who could forget the infectious laughter of Aussies enjoying a barbecue under the stars, sharing stories and creating memories that will last a lifetime? Australia isn't just a place you visit, mates, it's a feeling that stays with you long after you've left. It's the feeling of freedom as you drive along endless coastal roads, the wind in your hair and the sun on your face. It's the thrill of encountering wildlife in its natural habitat, a reminder of the raw beauty and power of the natural world. It's the warmth of the Australian sun on your skin, the taste of fresh seafood by the beach, and the sound of laughter echoing through the outback. Australia gets under your skin, mates. It awakens something within you, a sense of adventure, a connection to nature, a desire to live life to the fullest. It's a place where you can disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with yourself, with nature, with the simple joys of being alive. Whether you're seeking adventure, relaxation, or cultural immersion, Australia offers a unique and unforgettable experience that will stay with you long after you've returned home. So, what are you waiting for, mates? Answer the call of the wild and embark on your own Aussie adventure. Explore the hidden depths of ancient rainforests, feel the red dirt of the outback beneath your feet, and dive into the underwater wonderland of the Great Barrier Reef. Embrace the laid-back Aussie lifestyle, learn to surf at Bondi Beach and share a yarn or two with the locals over a cold beer. Discover the ancient stories etched into the land, witness the dazzling diversity of wildlife, and create memories that will last a lifetime. Australia is a land of endless possibilities, a place where adventure awaits around every corner. Whether you're a seasoned traveler or a first-time explorer, Australia welcomes you with open arms and a heart full of warmth. So, pack your bags, grab your sense of adventure, and get ready to experience the magic of Australia for yourself. Australia is calling, mates, and it's time to answer that call. Book that flight, pack your bags, and get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. This is more than just a trip. It's a journey to a land of wonder, beauty, and unforgettable experiences. It's a chance to step outside your comfort zone, to challenge yourself, to connect with nature on a deeper level, and to create memories that will last a lifetime. And who knows, you might even come face to face with a croc or two. Just kidding, mates. But seriously, Australia is waiting to welcome you with open arms. So what are you waiting for? Let the adventure begin, crikey!